this any nonsensical issues. just doing this for fun, because I have to cook dinner anyway. I'm bored and I'm lonely, so get the sauce out of here. So we'll just do this for fun. Which, of course, I'm completely unprepared for this. Just stopped streaming, playing Spyro, and then hopping into getting some dinner cooked. So let's see how this goes. Got my list here. Just so everyone is aware, it takes me a long time to get prepped and get ready to do something like this, so we'll be here for a while. Why it's more annoying putting a trash bag in another trash bag than it is just putting trash in a trash bag, but I swear, nearly fucking impossible. And I don't have a fucking broom or nothing. Oh god damn it. The dog cage, indeed. Everything difficult. Not, but I'll try it. You would think that while temporarily living in a hotel, that things would be like cleaned up for you, but for one, I don't let anybody come into the room because I got electronics and stuff in here, and I can clean up after myself. The problem is I can clean up after myself if I had a broom and a mop, but they don't give you a mop and a broom to use. Now it is time to begin Gotta get everything out of the dishwasher. No salt added. Well, I wish I would have known that. My tomatoes are going to be salted, so that's okay. It's no big deal. Excuse me, sorry. Obviously our big onions. I'm just gonna think how I want to go about this. Is it here somewhere? Yes, it should be. Oh, yeah, I do know I did that already. Yes. Yes. Reconnect. Where would I put that knife? There. Here's the sleeve to it. Now I can't think of where I would have put it. Since the last time I cooked a meal, like I said, I would have thought that I put it in the dishwasher. I know I don't need that. Haircut. Here it is. Hello. Hello and welcome. We're making the turkey sausage pasta. Same thing I've eaten for a while now. But as for now, just trying to think how I want to do this. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I don't even know. Peel this onion. And obviously we're just now getting completely started. I couldn't even find my knife. I always get so frazzled when I try to cook a meal. And of course I don't have a tripod, I don't have any proper equipment. I have proper cooking equipment. I had to go out and buy some. But, well, I did that a couple weeks ago. But of course I don't have any proper equipment when it comes to actually using the phone as a recording device or streaming device. My brain is still now focused on playing Spyro, so I gotta try to get my brain to focus on the proper techniques for doing this rather than playing Spyro now. Oh, there's dirty stuff out here. And I will try to catch your comments as they pop up, but since the phone is just propped over here by the sink, I don't know if I'll see your comments when I'm hot water when I'm focused on this. But I will try my best. So here's what we want to do. First step is getting the onion chopped. We're going to take the onion like this. Keep in mind, I'm still a master in training here. I am not a master of master yet. Just a master in training. We're going to take the onion here, just like this. I'm going to go in that direction on the onion first. Actually, just a little tip. I'm going to run these under water. Just like so, because that helps prevent the tears from running down the face. Doesn't make it perfect, but it helps. Knife cuts are the absolute worst for me. As you can already see. And then long ways like this. Now the good thing about this, because I already tested this out a week and a half ago or so, when I had time to cook at that point, is once I get this completed, it will be enough to last me probably 4 nights of dinner. And even reheating it up, or having to reheat in the microwave, it's still good. Okay, so I did crisscross the onion like this. Now I do the chops, and we'll get our little chopped onion here. And since I don't have another bowl or pot to keep the onions in before the cooking process, I've just been putting them in the pan, which is not normally how I would do it. But under the circumstances, that's how I've been doing it. Again, because this end will probably be harder because I didn't cut it right. Ow. I also bought these knives cheap, so I'm not really sure. Like, because I did just stab myself, and I'm not even, like, it didn't even cut me. So I don't know that these knives are really that great. One thing I can promise you though is that my knife cuts are awful. The possibly shocking but good news is that my onion is now chopped 10 times faster than usually would be. Just like this. Flip the image. No, that's not the right one. Flip the image. There's our chopped onions in the pan. They're just waiting. Give me 1 second. I gotta remember how to. Yeah, I gotta. Oh, that doesn't surprise me one bit because that kind of shit always happens when it involves my streams. And yes, that is one thing that I think is really awesome about this temporary little room I gotta stay in is that it has a full kitchen. It actually has a kitchen. Very helpful. Put that on there just so it's out of my way. We gotta do the 40 grams of butter. Let's see what we got here. I didn't write it down, of course, which would have been 3.5. So I cut this one, cut it to 3. Okay. The butter is gonna melt down anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and toss that in the pan as well. I hate it though because like I need to be like mic'd up or something because I keep talking so quietly just because I'm surrounded by people that I don't know. I'm gonna admit. Which is also annoying when it comes to, what did I say? You know what? A little bit of butter never killed anybody, so we're gonna go with that cut right there. When in fact, I think that was actually an accurate cut of what I needed. Okay, so we got our chopped onions and we got our butter in the pan. Here's the smoked turkey that we're going to use. Now see, this is already pre-cooked, so all you got to do is heat it up and it's good to eat, so we don't have to worry about any cross-contamination or anything like that. We just got to chop it up. Is going to slice it just like that for now because I got to think, where was it I previously put this? Probably just in a bowl. Should have done. That's all right. It's not really a cooking matter. It's just something I would have rather done. Those off. Actually, just eat them. I can tell you that the sausage is good. So the reason, and also I've already put the onions and the butter in the pan, as you know, but that is because the onions and the butter are going to cook together first anyway. With the sausage, it's going to be garlic, sausage and garlic. So I will put the sausage and the garlic in the same prep bowl together once I get the garlic crushed up, which usually I would do before the sausage, but I already had the sausage out, so I went ahead and just dealt with the sausage. I always use turkey sausage, but that's just my own personal preference because pork, pig, anything that's like bacon always makes me feel shitty and sick at the end of the night. So I always use the turkey rather than, but you can literally not only just like sausage, pork sausage, beef sausage, whatever kind of sausage you want to pick up. You can also use beef jerky and stuff like that. It's just got to be a pre-cooked meat, a pre-packaged, pre-cooked meat that just needs to be heated. Now, the 4 cloves of garlic. Big one. I hate messing with garlic. Really, since it's kind of a cheap, inexpensive recipe that we're dealing with here, you could just go on ahead and get like minced garlic or something like that, so you don't have to mess with all this nonsense. But I'm used to using the actual garlic cloves, so that's what I went with. This is a big reason why I hate using actual cloves, is because you gotta peel it. Peel the little bastards. The way that my brain is with every little thing, it has to be absolutely perfect, and it takes me 20 minutes to do 1 clove. Son of a bitch. But I'm going to do my best to try to get through this as fast as I can. Get this cooked so I can go back to playing games for the day. Or for the night. And then tomorrow I've got a whole to-do list of things I gotta do. Whoop. Whoops. It's actually very interesting that that fell apart like that, because I wanted to trim this piece off here anyway. Hopefully being smart about it though. There we go. Side. Here's the big one. Trim that off. Ugh. Trim it off a little bit more. Get that yucky yuck out of there. probably just got a copyright strike on my page for whistling them out the mouse. Especially these little pieces. I'm throwing in all these little pieces though because I didn't really need like 4 good sized cloves. Didn't have 4, so I got that one's nasty anyway. So I'm using these little pieces to make up for the big pieces that I didn't have. I actually have a whole bag of more cloves I can open up, but I'm trying to conserve my ingredients here. I've got 3 onions left, so I can at least make this pasta 3 more times. And like I said, every time I get a batch completed, it lasts me 4 to 5 nights, which is good. And this one little last piece is tossed aside. This. Yes, I am going to chop this garlic very finely. But for now, it's going to sit in this bowl with the turkey, so I can dump this stuff in the trash. Pring, haircut. Worst thing about garlic is it's sticky. So it just sticks to the blade. Wonder if I can come up with a trick to prevent that. Chop. Cookie, I'm guessing that you don't care for garlic. Not a big garlic fan. I'm gonna get out this butter knife to assist me on this. Peel it off one knife for it to stick to the other. I have a big bunch of garlic here. Maybe I shouldn't have used those little ones because I couldn't really measure how much it was going to be. But this is fine. I don't mind garlic. It doesn't bother me one bit. And this is just... I'm not cooking this meal to impress anyone. This time, this meal is being cooked to sustain my life. Please stand clear of the doors. There we go. So like I said, the sausage, the onions and the butter get cooked at the same time. The sausage and the garlic get cooked at the same time. So I just put, for now, while I'm in a strange world, in a strange kitchen, just put the garlic in the bowl with the sausage since it's going to go in at the same time. Pieces off here, stuck to the bowl. Do not fall on the floor, towel. Sausage and the garlic are ready to go in. Not go in, but they're ready to go. Say that. They're ready to go. Chili flakes, half teaspoon. Gotta get my teaspoons out. And I want to take you out of the frying pan. Out of the frying pan. See this coffee mug right here? We're going to put the chili flakes, the salt, the Italian herbs, the ground black pepper, the sugar, and that's it. All in this cup, because it, again, all goes in at the same time. So I just keep it in the same place. Just measure it out, put it in the cup. Measure it out, put it in the cup. Because I don't have my actual, like, ramekins and stuff where I can set everything out separately. So this is how I've been doing it. Like I said, this is a meal just to sustain my life, not to impress anybody. If I was cooking to impress somebody, I would be freaking out and all up in arms right now, because that's how I always get. Right now, this is really just a recipe to help you out if you've ever been in a situation where you need to cook something that will last you for a week. And very flavorful, very good too. On top of that, so we need our chili flakes. We'll need the sugar. What are we working with here? That's right, the salt. So we're doing half teaspoon chili flakes, 1 teaspoon salt. Salt. That's sugar. Dear Lord. 1 teaspoon salt. There you go. Morton salt. Good old classic Morton salt. 1 teaspoon of Italian herbs, ground black pepper, 1/3 teaspoon, and then the sugar. Well, let me just start with the chili flakes, which I got red. It says what is it? Crushed red pepper, but chili flakes. We're going with that. Chili flakes. It's just the same thing. It's, you know, not European, not spoken like Harry Potter. And quite honestly, when making this meal, like I said, this recipe is to sustain my life without spending money the rest of the week on food. I don't care if we overshoot the measurements. 1 teaspoon of the salt. Looks good to me. More salt the merrier. 1 teaspoon of the Italian herbs, which is Italian seasoning. Give me 1 moment. Oh, I didn't even need that. Okay, continue to give me 1 moment. Now it should be restarting. What was I looking for? The 1 teaspoon of Italian herbs. That's where we left off. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Give it a little shake. Looks perfect. Oh, gonna need some more. Like I said, this is to sustain my life. I'm not trying to impress anybody. A little bit more is okay in this case. Maybe not that much more. There we go. Perfect. Not trying to make everything exact. Just trying to get everything together and cooked. Ground black pepper, 1/3. 1/3 of a tablespoon. All my recipes that I've made in the past are written down or have written down and laminated through a piece of paper, or a piece of paper through a piece of plastic, are back in another state. So I'm going off memory here that I wrote down on a bunch of sticky notes taped together. That's what we're going with here, and it keeps getting wet. So by the end of the week, I better have this recipe memorized, because I'm not going to be able to even read my notes. Next, we got the brown pepper, the black peppercorn pepper. 1/3 tablespoon, half tablespoon. Set it here on the counter, closest to your sink as possible. And I'll say why here in just a second, because I can only get the one that has the ground topper on it. That's the only one I could find. So, ground it in here. Until it seems to you that you're at that 1/3 mark. You're eyeballing it. There. Then once you're at that point that you eyeballed, take your little 1/3 of pepper, put it there in the cup. Right there in the coffee cup. We're having ground black pepper coffee today. And the reason why I said do it as close to your sink as you possibly can, because then knock it all right in the sink. It will go down the drain. It's just pepper. Sugar. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of sugar. Let's actually grab the sugar this time. Where's a teaspoon? There's a teaspoon. Rinse this out again. Get it good and dry since we're getting ready to put it in the sugar. Sugar here. Scoop it up right against the top there of the lip. Pull it out just like that. Make it a good even stroke. That goes in the cup. And tomatoes, 300 grams. You know what? I like tomatoes. So you know what I do? I take the whole damn can and dump it in. Or, well, in this case, since we're still, actually I want to mix up everything. See our seasoning we got there in the cup? Mix it all up. There's no reason why we shouldn't. We have it all in the same place. So that's mixed. Get your sugar put away. And all your other seasonings. Can opener. This time, this is no salt added. Last time I made this, I take my trash out, so I don't know. I can't look at the old can of what I used, but I can figure it out. Yes. Last time I used fire roasted diced tomatoes. Now we're using, we might not use these because it says no salt added, and I don't like that. So this time I'm using diced roasted garlic tomatoes. Like I said, since I like my tomatoes, I don't worry about the measurements on this. If you got yourself a can of tomatoes, all you gotta do to prep this is take your can of tomatoes and your can opener and just open that son of a bitch just like that. Just like so. And sometimes I would drain the can before adding it to the pasta. As I've said several times, I'm not cooking to impress a party. I'm cooking to sustain my life. So, I'm not worried about draining all that tomato juice. It'll be just fine. Just add a little bit less water when you get to the end. What's next on the list? The pasta. Right here. If I did more than a half of the box, let's say that I didn't. Preferably this style of pasta, but I got a couple others down under in the cabinets that we'll get to in time, that I'll use at the future. Now this is the part that I'm nervous about. Because you want to have a cheddar cheese and you want to have a different type of cheese. You want to have 2 different types of cheeses. My cheddar cheese didn't have anything to be stored in properly in the refrigerator. So I don't know if it's even going to be good. But if it's not, that's okay, because I have 2 other fresh cheeses I can open to use. But like I said, the point is to have one of the cheeses be cheddar. But I gotta see if this is even good. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so just throw this away. That just means that next time I go to make this pasta, I'm gonna have to go out and get a cheddar cheese before I can actually cook it. Before I can cook the recipe. Use my cheese grater. You want 8 grams worth. So I got this cheese grater here that will tell me. And even though it will tell me, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put as much cheese in there as I want. That's what I'm gonna do. Once we get this is the last prep step here, is doing our cheeses. Everybody wants them cheeses. They want them They want that cheese just as much as they all want bacon. Ain't nothing great about no damn bacon. But there's something okay with some cheese. Okay, that's enough on the cheddar. I'm not going to eat it before it's cooked because I'm not going to trust it 100% like that. I don't know. I need to like a... You know what we can do? I will have cheddar. I will have cheddar this next go around when I go to cook this because I'm going to chop off this big block, toss it in the trash, and see what I did? I went and bought these little plastic Tupperware things for like $1. Cut this big block of cheddar into 4 cubes, break it down. I can put it right there in the Tupperware. Then put the lid on it, put it in the refrigerator, and it will still be good. Well, I can get 2 cubes per Tupperware. But as long as I don't have to run to the damn store to get more cheese just to cook this recipe again, that'll be alright. Cut this one down even more. Alright, just like that. Just like that. And everything that you're seeing, everything that you witnessed was a cheese grater. Move that out of the way. Now my preferred cheese for this particular recipe is a smoked Gruyere cheese. But I also picked up this 12-month aged Gouda cheese, and we're going to use that this time just to try something different. See how that tastes. See how that works out. I'm sitting here thinking, like, I just paid... Probably the most expensive thing in my shopping cart was a 12-month aged Gouda cheese. And if I can't have a cheddar cheese sit in my refrigerator for 2 weeks and it go bad, well, what the hell? And I gotta get out our other keeping bowl. See, this is the cool thing about this cheese grater that I got. It's got a cup underneath. It's even got measurements on this little cup. Let you know what you're doing while you're grading. Put that in there just like that. Set that aside until I get the Gouda cheese grated up. And then I do believe we can start the cooking process. So now this, I've never tried this type of cheese before, to my knowledge. So we're going to take a bite. It's pretty darn good. Makes me wonder if I'm supposed to eat this little piece over here on the end though. Or if that's just decoration. You know what I think? Might just be decoration. I think it might just be wax, but just for the fact that I don't know what the hell that is, I'm going to throw it in the trash. I'm not going to eat that. I'm sure you get 100,000 different people come on around here and be like, oh, I can tell you about the cheeses. And this cheese you need to eat. And this, that. Well, you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't know. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat whatever the hell it's wrapped up in. I'm just going to grate it and cook it. Never been one of those people who gives a shit about what somebody else might know. I don't remember what movie that's from or what that's from. That is a good cheese. There's actually probably too much grated Gouda. There's supposed to be 80 grams of cheddar, which I went a little heavy on the cheddar. You see we got a full bowl here. That's alright. And then we'll put the Gouda, just put the Gouda right on top. I put the Gouda right on top, just like that. Set that back here with our sausage and our garlic. Clean out that little cut. The good thing about the cheese grater is, I found last time, run some hot water over it as soon as you're done using it. And you take your dish rag, and of course in a few minutes, not right now, but take a dish rag, a little bit of dish soap, wipe it down. The dishwasher will actually take care of that pretty well. You know what I need? I need another Tupperware dish. You know what that means? That means I'm gonna have to clean another Tupperware dish so I can eat some chips and salsa later tonight. Because now the Gouda is gonna have to go down in here too. That would be perfect if I cut it just like that, because then this wax crap that's got the decorations on it looks like the inside of a Roman Catholic church printed on here. Then you just take that piece, use as the handle on the grater. Isn't that wonderful? Works out perfectly fine. Now I got 3 Tupperwares of cheeses in my fridge that I won't even need to worry about until about a week from now, because that's how long this recipe will last me. I should have put on some background noise on the TV or something. I'll get to that here in a second, because I guess we're getting ready to start our cooking process. I do believe cheddar cheeses, fry butter, and onions for 5 minutes. So now this is the issue. I'm not going to figure out how to have a place to put the camera for the actual cooking process, unless I just do that. But I'm not going to stand here and do this the whole time. And like I was saying when I was at Disney Springs, I tried looking into those gimbals and stuff that will hold the phone for you, control the phone for you, stabilize the phone. Well, those don't fit my phone, of course. The phone that I got, they don't have anything to do that. So I'm stuck with just setting it places. I can't set that on top of the pasta. I'm gonna need the pasta. That would be perfect if it would sit right there on the coffee maker like that. Maybe it will. Maybe I'll get lucky. Remember which one's which. Meaning, I'm going to turn them both on. Well, that doesn't work, does it? Okay, there we go. While that's heating up, let me get my spoon. I want to use this. because the cutting board could go into the sink already. Got this butter melted down. Looking at it, I can already tell, like, I did cut just a little bit too much butter. But it's gonna be fine. It is a very flavorful dish. That's the problem when you're using a European recipe in America. the way that they label their stuff isn't labeled the same over here in measurements. Come on, stick the butter. Stick the butter. Let's see, I started doing this at... so it's already been an hour. Maybe less than that, because I had to do some... I was trying to get some other stuff done before I even got to start cutting the onion, so... I'm not going to give me that hour mark yet. It's been streaming for an hour. Okay, so it's taken about 45 minutes... 30 to 45 minutes to get to this point. I will say that because I remember I was like 10 minutes into the stream before I'd even started chopping the onion, if not more than 10 minutes. Right now I've just got it set on high, so to fry the butter. Or get the butter melted faster than that. And then once I think that the butter is completely melted and good, then I will start the timer. The first timer goes for the onions and the butter, 5 minutes. Now I hear it starting to sizzle. The butter is practically melted. So we will leave it for 5 minutes. In just a second. See, that's the problem. I never stop playing with my food. I never stop playing with my food. It's a lot of fun. Okay, spread it out, spread it out. Now it's sizzling. I will turn it down just a little bit. We're going to give it 5 minutes starting in 7 seconds. Bam! Now, 5 minutes from now. Yes, cook my onions, cook my butter. Starting to make this hotel smell a little bit better. I'd rather it smell like steamy hot onions than skunk in here, in this place. Straight out of Funnyville. I forgot that I even used to say that. 59. I'm going for an hour. When the stream hits an hour and 4, I believe is when our onion time is up. It's onion time. Yeah, I made this about a week and a half ago one night. Cooked this cooked this recipe a week and a half ago or so, and when I came home from work the following day, I sniffed the air and I was like, smells like some good home cooking. Not skunk. But then for the last week, since I haven't had to cook, it smelled like skunk. When you walk, as soon as you walk out the damn doors, it just smells like skunk everywhere. Everywhere in this place. I haven't quite pinpointed what that smell is yet. I just don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But I don't like it. Minute 3, we're getting close, we're getting close. In fact, I think I should have left that on high. So we might do this for a half more minute after we even get to our point, because I've not heard enough sizzling, and it's not looking the way I want it to look yet. Also, it'd be nice to get it centered on the burner too, wouldn't it? Yeah. Butter and onion. Butter and onion smell. I like that. I like that. We're at 1:04, so we're going to give it 15 to 30 more seconds to just let it fry just like that. And then the next step is the sausage and the garlic for 3 minutes. So I'll go ahead, we'll let it get to... We're going to go ahead, we're going to try to keep this looking good to 105 on the stream. So that way 3 minutes be 108 for the garlic and the sausage. There, see, I'm just now starting to see little bit of browning on the onions. Spreading them out like that should get even more browning. Butter browning. Oh yeah, okay. If we get to 105, which is in 3 seconds, here we go. Here goes the sausage and the garlic. Let's see. Garlic is sticky to bowls. Let's get all that garlic in there, mixed up. Now we're going to 108. Get it stirred up, mixed around. Just put it right here. You know what I forgot? Forgot to have the water ready, so I'm going to mess with all that while this is cooking for... I'm trying to mix the garlic up so much, we're going to give it till 109 now on the stream. Remember, like I said earlier, I just use the turkey because I don't like pork, don't like pig, don't like bacon. Makes me feel sick and woozy at the end of the night. So I went with turkey sausage. We are using turkey sausage. That is the only reason I am using turkey sausage. If you would prefer to use any other type of sausage, feel free. So you'll see that the recipe calls for 400 milliliters of water when it comes here to the end. I put just a hair less than that because I don't drain my tomatoes. I add the tomato juice. I keep the tomato juice in the pot. We're almost to 108. Let's go 108 and a half. I need to see what our next step even is since I got distracted by the water. Okay, we are at 108. Let's go 108 and a half. Because I'm liking the look of these onions and the smell of that garlic. Okay, now here comes the fun stuff. Dry. This is going to be for 15 minutes. Boil for 15 minutes with the lid on. We got our cup of seasoning. That's going to get spread around now. It goes in, mix it up good. Then our tomatoes. And then here comes the water, but I like to mix it up before because all that seasoning is in there. You don't want to burn your seasons. Mix it up a bit, get those onions mixed in real good. Then you take your pasta, toss that in. That doesn't need to be mixed up. And then the water, hopefully before we burnt our tomatoes. Now you want to mix it up. And you're also going to want to boil it for 15 minutes. So here's the longest part of the cook time. The longest step of the cook time. And then obviously the main reason you come back and keep checking it for those 15 minutes is to just make sure everything is getting mixed in well. Get them onions up that wall. The water's got to heat up, so really keep an eye on it. Start your time based off when the water starts boiling. But as for now, it's just a waiting game. So, time starts now at 1:11 in the stream. means at 126, I'll be back to add the cheese and the parsley, which normally I would buy fresh parsley, chop it up myself, and then add that at the end. But we're using parsley out of a jar, so we get some jarsely. We don't add this until we have the cheese ready to be melted in. But cheese, jarsely, will be at 126. In the meantime, I'm going to work on editing a video back here at my desk.
This is electrifying CT live from the makeshift studio straight out of Buckington. Yep, straight out of Buckington. Not Buckington. Studio straight out of Buckington. Yep, straight out of Buckington. Now, let's just get right back into the game where we left off at 24% on Spyro, the game. Now, let's just get right back into it, right? Let's just skip. Right out of Buckington. Let's just get right back into the game where we left off at 24% on Spyro the Dragon. The Dragon.
Ah, bless me.
Okay, so I want to listen to a brand of Star Wars at the same time. That'd be cool. But Star listen to a brand of Star Wars at the same time. So that leads us to now figuring out what level we need to do. Figuring out what level we need to do. Figuring out what level we need. Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. This is electrifying CT from Team Live from the makeshift Athletic Studio straight out of Buckington. Let's just get right back into the game where we left off at 24% on Spyro the Dragon. Figuring out what level we need to do. Not the right canyon. Wait. We're on these gears. Okay. Right?
Yes. Ow. Oh, that's nifty. Just drip it right off into the trash can. It is very nice when you get the cheese in there. It soaks up all that extra liquid, all the water, and melts down. Crap. Just realized how I screwed myself out of Tupperware. Gotta come up with a plan B. I was going to say, you can just scoop it right out of the pot and put it right in your Tupperware, but we got our cheeses in our Tupperware. So now I'm going to empty the Tupperware, figure out a different way to save our cheeses, and move on from there. I'm going to put this Pepsi somewhere else because that Pepsi just keeps falling over and it's in the way. You know what I might do? I don't know if that would be good or not. Probably would not be. You know what, you bastard, you did die. Let's see. I don't have any tin foil. I don't have any saran wraps. What if? Maybe I'll just cut the cheeses down smaller to fit in one one bolt or one thing itself, whatever I'm trying to say. I should have another. I do. Okay, good. That will help us. No English, no English, no English. This is an example. This is exactly why I never get any work done on my editing on the computer, because there's always something else. There's always something else that pops up, be a pain in the ass, get in the way. Okay, so condense that all down into one bowl, which of course that's the bowl I was, oh my god. Oh well, no big deal, because I just switch it all over to the other bowl. Where are we at? How much time do I have left? Till 26, so we got about 5 minutes. Let's stir it up, mix it up again. These onions and all the seasoning hanging over here on the edge, of course. I might even be able to fit the Gouda cheese on top without even having to cut it that much. Oh, damn it, more cheese. So I don't think I'm going to be able to cut this down to fit it all in one. As long as I can conserve all the Gouda, because we have plenty of cheddar. I don't have enough Gouda. As long as I can get all that to fit in there, I think we're good. Just crush it down. And put the lid on it. but the salsa is nothing compared to trying to insert this in. Perfect. Okay, so I managed to get 3 Tupperwares emptied. So I will have at least 3 dishes of this for 3 nights this week. What is that? 120, 22. Our pasta's looking good, which is the most important thing at this point. Just like that. 126, and then at the 126 point, because you want the cheese to melt down correctly, I leave the lid off for a few seconds, let the water dissipate. Then we'll stir the cheese in and the parsley, and then it should be perfect. We at 123, 124. Still a minute left. I'm surprised by that. Okay, so everything is rinsed and ready to go back into the dishwasher once we get this all done. Well, I guess the cheese bowl isn't yet, but there's reasons for that. We haven't used the cheese yet. Boom, right there at the 26 mark. Pull this off the heat. Turn the heat off. Taking off the lid. And this is when we give it time to let some more of the liquid to evaporate before we stir in the cheese. Just to try to make sure the cheese is going to mix in properly. And this looks like the perfect time. But your Gouda and your cheddar, like I said, I think I got quite a bit of cheddar. White cheddar is what I use. Mix that in. And you gotta stir it around. So you don't want a big glob of cheese. You want the cheese in the meal. Mix, 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 mix. And it melts down really well. Then you take your parsley, your parsley. Oh my god. I thought it had a cap on it. Okay, well, we got a lot of parsley to mix in this. But that's okay. It makes it look beautiful. It makes it look pretty. Actually, that wasn't bad at all. That was actually a pretty good amount. Because then it looks beautiful. But it would still be nice if it had like a cap, a safety cap on that jar of parsley. And literally, once you're done doing the mixing where you think it looks even, it looks pretty, then you're already ready to scoop it up into your bowl. Okay, now that I'm done smelling it and looking at it, I'm gonna eat it. Like I said, everything else is already ready to be rinsed and ready to go in the dishwasher once we're done. Perfect, Al. Just does a good job of scrolling. Give me my bowl. Give me my spoon. I guess I need to do that, don't I? Oh, yeah. Now, anytime I've ever made this in the past, I've used that smoked Gruyere cheese. And to be completely honest, that prevents any need to put to add salt and pepper after. But since I use a different kind of cheese, we'll see how this turns out. But there's my bowl. Here's my spoon. I'm ready to eat. So that concludes the first random live stream of cooking dinner.